If it seems like a lot of people you know are traveling this holiday weekend, other than us, of course, the TSA's numbers back that up. More than 10 million passengers have passed through the airports since Thursday, including 2.8 million on Friday, and that is a new record. Joining us now with some summer travel tips is Brian Kelly, the founder and CEO of The Points Guy. Good morning, Brian.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. All right. So if you've already traveled, you're already in this. You can't take it back now. You've got to come back. So all these travelers who are out there, when they're coming back through the airports, what should they expect? How should they navigate canceled flights? And how bad do you think it's going to be?
Well, my biggest tip is make sure you get TSA PreCheck, which will drastically reduce the amount of time you spend in security lines. And also pack your patience. Our air traffic system is based heavily on, delays are based on weather. So far this 4th of July week, we're seeing good weather. So hopefully we're seeing smooth sailing. A week ago, we saw thousands of delays a day, and that has smoothed out. So I always recommend download your airline's app. Also download FlightAware. It'll actually tell you where your flight is coming from, if there are delays. And you really just have to be proactive these days. But we're looking, hopefully, to a much smoother 4th of July holiday week.
All right, pack your patience. That's my one bag that always seems to get lost, but I will work on it. All right, if you're driving, especially up and down the Eastern Corridor, which gets really crowded, what are the best times to hit the road, or the worst?
It really just depends on the city, but we recommend leaving, and this is the same for flights as well, as early in the morning as possible. A ton of people are hitting the roads this year. We're seeing gas prices down 30% from last summer when gas prices were through the roof. So, I always like using apps like Gas Buddy because gas prices vary dramatically state to state, and it'll actually help you plan and fill up at the cheapest gas stations.
If you're looking to go far, like Europe this summer, we've already talked about this week how the prices are really through the roof. We talked yesterday about some ways to get around it. But is this a good time to use those points? Is that an effective way to try to defray some of those costs?
100%. I've used frequent flyer miles this summer to go to Europe. Virgin Atlantic has a really good fare sale going on right now. Air France. My biggest tip is the best frequent flyer programs are not the American Airlines. They are the foreign frequent flyer programs. In fact, if you have American Express points, they just launched a transfer bonus to Iberia. So don't just look at the U.S. frequent flyer programs. Look at foreign ones. And we're seeing $600 airfares this summer in economy to Spain, and I'm a big fan of Portugal, and not just are the airfares cheap, but also once you get there, restaurants and everything else are much cheaper compared to other parts of Europe.
I mean, that sounds pretty good right now. Real quickly before we go, for the parents here at the table, if you're trying to get your kids on vacation and not break the bank, you got any good tips for places to go?
Well, the good thing is domestic airfares are about even compared to last year. So I recommend going domestically. Our national parks are amazing. Lake Adirondack, we're seeing cheaper hotel fares. So looking domestically, driving can save you dramatically. But if you are looking to go internationally and take the kids, we're seeing great airfares to London as far as low as $400 on Norse Airlines. So yeah, I recommend using Google Flights to find the cheapest flights.
All right, this Colorado girl loves a national park. Brian Kelly, thank you so much.